the man they call Vader. He's going to finish up with the company October 25th. His last show is at Madison Square Garden, and Meltzer would report this. Vader actually had a clause in his contract requiring him to stay below 350, and even though he made the weight at the last weigh-in, he apparently crash dieted to make it. McMahon wanted him down to 320, and he was told he'd get a big push if he got that low, but it was never put in writing, and he was 346 at the weigh-in with no push coming. What do you remember about Vader and this contract where there was a clause, I guess, about his weight? And then when you realized it's not working out, he's got to move on. I mean, I know you were a big part and a big fan of what he was doing over in WCW.
Yeah.
I felt like he was off to the right start and had some good trajectory going. But at this point, we're almost 2 years removed from where he was at the top of the cards. What was it that didn't work about Vader in the WWF? Was it a weight
Commitment.
thing? Okay.
Commitment, Conrad. Commitment. It's really simple. He was committed enough to his craft to lose some weight, and he was making big money. The average Joe, like me, that's out there listening and watching our show today, which we appreciate, uh, should be able to can relate. So you're saying to me, Jr., that I got to lose 20 pounds. That's kind of where we were. I don't remember how much. It wasn't a lot. It was less than you see advertised on TV commercials about weight loss. It was realistic. It was attainable, but it took commitment.
Right.
And he didn't have the commitment to lose weight and to watch his diet. You know, I told the story before about sending Yokozuna and Vader, I believe, to the Duke Weight Loss Center and Duke University, and then they gained weight on a weekly weigh-in. How the hell do you gain weight in a weight loss clinic? Well, you sneak out of the building late at night and go get chicken, as was on tape, a security tape.
Wait, a security tape caught them getting chicken?
Well, they didn't go to the KFC with them, but they went. They saw them leave the building.
Wow.
So where's the commitment?
Surveillance footage for midnight snacking.
Well, it's just security. It's just security camera. It wasn't anything that we put in place to let's catch them doing this.
Right,
This
right.
would be good dirt. You know, fuck. Come on, Conrad. All it was a security camera. Where were you guys going at 12:30 or whatever time it was? And so it just kind of spit in the face of the company. At least it did in my view. It showed no respect, not enough respect for the business. You know, and Yoko's weight loss was more drastic because he had more to lose, not financially and all that. Well, he may have, but certainly Vader's was attainable.
Yeah.
And Leon just didn't feel like at that stage of his career he had earned all the accolades. He had had great successes, and he had. I was a big advocate of his, huge advocate. The match he had with Stan Hansen in Japan sold me, where Vader's eye was all anti-goggling, you know, that famous tape. And if you haven't seen that tape, go find it, folks. It's pretty entertaining. But Stan and Leon beat the living shit out of each other for real. And when I saw that, I'm thinking, man, like we could bring this act to the United States and draw money. I loved it. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but the stiffness and the believability,
yes,
was simply beyond compare. Nothing like that was on television at that time. And I was trying to find things that weren't on television at that time that might draw a house and might draw interest, ratings, big thing.
Is Vader, you can hear the love and respect and appreciation you had for Vader, but you can also hear in your voice the frustration. Was this one of the bigger disappointments you had in the WWF? Because it feels like you were really pulling for Leon.
Yeah, I was to be honest with you. You know, I had a good relationship with Leon. When Leon's son, great kid. He's really a great kid. Jesse White. He was the number one center in high school football his senior year, and he committed to UCLA. And after that, Leon called me and said, you know, you think Oklahoma would have any interest in my boy? I said, well, I thought I read where he committed. He said, well, he did, but he's still, it's a light commit. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I can make arrangements to get to see the right people. In other words, the head coach and the offensive line coach, etc. And I'll pick you up at the airport and bring you out. But you got to, you pay for your way, and I'll make all the arrangements. And I did. So I picked him up at the airport and took him to Norman. And of course, I'm being a big OU mark, as I self admitted. And they came down and spent the weekend, went to a game, and Jesse signed. He decommitted from UCLA and he signed with Oklahoma. Only problem was he got hurt in the spring, bad back, and so it messed him up. But he was a monster. And then we signed him to wrestle for a while. He just couldn't get healthy, and sometimes it's that way. Your body say, nope, we're not doing this. Great kid though. I loved him. I still do.
Heck of a nice guy.
But I got my point. So my point is, Leon became a personal project. I developed a relationship with Leon that I don't regret. I love the big fella. I heartbroken when he passed. He was like a big child, big old teddy bear, and so I miss him. I do miss him. Guys like him and Dr. Death just don't come along in your life. To know somebody that are that athletic and that big and strong, and they've been blessed with all these athletic physical skills, it's an honor. It's an honor for me to be in this position, or to have been in that position.